coming up.
I guess so. So if a student makes a mistake, I make sure that I'm not like, hey, that was wrong. No, we
Right.
don't ever do that. Okay, so instead I'm just like,
Hey guys, what's up? I hope your day is going swimmingly. Welcome back to another episode of ENGLISHERA TALKS. And I know you guys experience some difficulties, challenges as you learn English, especially as you speak English. And I actually feel you. So I invited my friend Ashley Hale from a YouTube channel Level Up English to share with us how to overcome those challenges as we learn English or as we speak English. So I'm excited about this conversation. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of ENGLISHERA Talks, and we have Ashley Hale in the house. Hi, Ashley.
hey, Janet.
Oh, how's everything?
all good. It's all good. How about you?
I'm great. I'm glad that we finally met. Yes. So we would love to know more about you. Could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay. Hi, everyone. As Janet's mentioned, my name is Ashley and I am from South Africa. I've been teaching English for about 5 years now, and I'm very passionate about the language. I'm a native speaker, and growing up, obviously, we learned English in school, even though we were native speakers. But as I learned it, I was exposed to the literature, books, reading, everything, and I fell more and more in love with the language. So, yeah, that's my story. Very basic,
Yes.
nothing special.
Okay. And you have a YouTube channel, right? Called Level Up English.
That's it.
Yes. So you are teaching English in that channel and you're helping English learners to level up their
Yes.
English, right? Yes. And you have a website called LU English, right?
That's it.
Level Up
Yes.
English. And you're teaching English. Ashley is a native English speaker. So you may want to check out and subscribe to her channel called Level Up English. Yes, and you'll learn a lot of facts more about English from a native speaker. So, yes, Ashley, I would love to play a game with you, and this is going to be fun.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
All right, so this is just the mechanics of the game. I'm going to tell you a word, and you just have to tell me as fast as you can, how could you describe that word? Okay.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
I hope so.
All right, let's begin. So let's start with the word childhood.
Childhood. Things I did when I was a baby or when I was young.
Okay, let's go to the next word. It's called vacation or holiday.
Holiday. A period of time where I go to relax and do things that make me happy.
Okay, relax. School.
A place to learn.
Mm-hmm. Food.
Things to eat.
All right, social media.
to show off my amazing life to other people.
Okay, cool. Your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel, a place to learn English.
Yes, a word teaching.
Teaching, to give knowledge to others.
Cool. All right. Wow, that's so fast. You could give fast answers. All right. Okay, so you are an English teacher, and how did you get into teaching?
I don't even remember. It it was such a long time ago. Okay, so I started my first online teaching job the month I found out I was pregnant. So at that time, I was looking for a job where I could work from home because obviously, being pregnant, I didn't want to have to go to the office every day. And that was my first job, and I loved it. And I've just continued working in that field.
Oh, cool. All right. So you started just teaching online. You're
I've
not.
always taught online because we don't have students in South Africa. We speak English already.
Yeah,
So,
right.
I mean, you'd find the odd student, but not really. So I've always just taught English online.
Cool. All right. Well, I've also been teaching online since the pandemic. Yes, and I could feel it. So, what makes teaching online interesting for you?
You meet so many different people, right? And the cultures are like
Mhm.
vastly different. So if you think
Mhm.
about people from Asia, and then you think about people from Europe, completely different types of people. And I love it. I just love meeting different people and, learning about other people, learning about the cultures. And then with myself, I also have to adapt, okay, so we're teaching this person and this is how their culture is. I need to adapt to make sure that I don't cause any offense. I don't say something inappropriate. And the same for, people from other places like Europe or I don't know, other places.
Right. Yes, mainly to really meet interesting people, listen to
Mm,
their culture, stories, right? Yes, that's
absolutely.
an advantage of teaching English as a foreign language. So, you, as a native speaker and as an English teacher, what sort of mistakes do you think English learners typically do? And how do you correct your students for that?
How do I correct? Okay, so I make sure that we keep confidence levels high because I noticed that if the confidence level drops, then immediately they're not learning anything because they're becoming self conscious instead. So if a student makes a mistake, I make sure that I'm not like, hey, that was wrong. No, we
Right.
don't ever do that. Okay, so instead, I'm just like, that was great, but let's try it like this.
Yeah.
And that's my method. Okay, so that was great, but let's do it this way instead. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, each part of English has its big differences, right? Again, depending on where the students are from. When I was dealing with Chinese students, we didn't have problems with the pronunciation of words ending in ed. But when I work with European students, it's bad. It's bad. So everyone's making mistakes with their pronunciation. Not a big deal, but again, that's a good try. Let's try it this way instead. And yeah, basically each part has its own problem. So pronunciation, we have ed, words ending in ed. Always we having problems with that. Um, Grammar, grammar gets a bit
Yeah.
messy. Grammar gets a bit messy, but I'll be honest. I don't teach grammar in the way that today we're going to learn about past simple tense and this is how we do
Yeah,
it.
that's
No,
so technical. Yeah.
it's so technical and it frustrates the learners as well. So I believe that we communicate, tell me about what you did yesterday. And
Right.
that's how we're going to learn about past
Mhm.
simple tense. And then as we go, I correct and we move forward. But the most important thing is that the confidence level just stays high throughout the lesson.
Right. That's cool. What about those who are, have you ever encountered beginner English learners?
I guess so. I work with so many, like, I do a lot of corporate training at the moment. So these are people from companies that are looking for promotions at work. They
Yeah.
already have a pretty good grasp of the language. Most of them are like B2. But when I worked with beginners, I would say kids,
Yeah.
more for kids lesson, not really beginner adults. I haven't really dealt with that. Yeah.
All right. It's actually quite challenging to really teach beginners, especially adults who are really like zero. And the approach, of course, is like it's different, and it's also challenging to teach English online. You cannot really, like, you need to use all the senses, especially for kids, right?
Are you teaching kids now?
I teach kids too. Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay. I
right.
haven't taught kids in like long. um, I think since last year in March, that was my last kid lesson. I've just transitioned fully to adults. Um,
All right.
so yeah,
It's fun, but it's tiring as well.
it's
Maybe.
tiring. You need so much energy. I was just telling my husband earlier. I said I miss singing the ABC song and Old
Yeah.
MacDonald because I used to sing that all day.
Yeah.
And now we're obviously doing more professional lessons, so
Right.
we're not singing those songs.
Yes. That's true. And the thing that you're teaching kids online, you need to be prepared. Sing songs, show them a lot of images, be colorful
Mm.
as much as you can, right? It's not as how you teach adults, right?
Absolutely. I used to have a little teddy bear, a magic wand with a star. You
Like
used to
a
get a star if you
puppet.
did something right. You had puppets. I had a mic, a toy
Yeah.
mic, and I would say something and then I'd hold it to them and they should say something too. So I know it was a lot of preparation, but
And
very tiring.
effort and energy, right?
Mhm.
Yes. All right. But then again, it's what makes teaching fun, right? You get to be creative. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely, especially with this type of online teaching now, you have to also keep yourself busy. Otherwise, things get so boring and monotonous. And I think that's when teachers start to hate their jobs, when it's the same old thing every single day. So you have
Right.
to keep it exciting.
Right. That's true. All right. Is there anything that you think is the most important skill to learn? Like, let's say, is listening the most important skill? Something like that.
You're asking the wrong person this question because I
Okay.
believe
Marking up the wrong
there's
tree.
they're like codependent, these skills work together. Can you speak if you can't listen? No, you cannot. Can you read if you can't okay, can you write if you can't read? No, you can't. So I can't say that there's a skill that's more important than the other. There isn't. They're so dependent on each other. They work together. So when I tell people you need to learn English outside my classroom as well, I
Mhm.
say, you need to start with the TV series. Watch that TV series in English. Put English subtitles and listen in English because you're doing two skills at once.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's it. I can't say that one skill is more important. But if you ask the students, the first skill they say is no, speaking. Speaking is the most
Yeah, they
important skill.
really want to communicate, right?
That's it. But I have to strongly disagree with them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's
Yeah.
true because they're both like productive and receptive skills, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so they are related, they are dependent to each other. But probably for, yes, students, they have their own important skill for them. And that skill is something that they are focusing on, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Each one, everyone will tell, like, I've asked every single student, like, what's the one skill you want to focus on? 90% are saying speaking.
Yes.
Speaking. We don't care about the others. We just want to speak. But I'm like, if you can't listen, how are you going to speak? They're like, no, we can do it. So I love it. I love going back and forth with them. But the fact is, they do all work together. If you improve one skill, the other ones start to improve as well.
Right. Yes. Very well said. So they are all dependent, they are all together. You can actually focus on the skill that you want to learn. But again, we're going back to macro skills, and all of them are important when you
Yeah.
learn English or you learn another language,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yes, a lot of English learners these days are facing challenges, difficulties as they speak English. Probably they are shy to talk. They don't have much confidence, or they're struggling with their grammar or so. How can we as teachers help our students overcome those? Could you give us some tips how to overcome those challenges?
Well, personally, I don't do something to help them. It comes down to them. They need to help themselves, right? But I
Mhm.
can give them advice. So, one of my first things is they need to get comfortable in listening to themselves speak English. Okay. How do you do this? Record yourself. Okay. So, talk about what you did this morning and record yourself talking about it. Or go in front of the mirror and speak about anything, get used to the idea of words, English words coming out of your mouth, listening to yourself in English. Once you're comfortable with that, immediately you'll start to find growth in other areas as well. The main thing is that when we're speaking in English, we're feeling uncomfortable, like we're not in our skin, we're in someone else's body, and it,
Yeah.
it makes us feel discomfort. So that's one of my big things. I always say you can narrate what you're doing for the day. If you're making coffee, hey, I'm making my coffee, I'm adding my milk. Talk
Right.
about what you're doing.
Yes.
I'm cooking, I'm going to add some oil, I'm going to make a delicious
That's
curry.
exactly
I don't know.
this.
Okay, and then again, if you're talking about anything random, maybe you want to talk about something that happened at work, go in front of a mirror, speak to yourself about it.
Sure.
It'll also make you feel better, like, oh, I had such a stressful day at work today. I don't know why Janet gave me so much of homework to do, like as an example. But that's it. So we can advise our students, but we can't do it for them. It comes down to them. If they're not motivated, we can be teaching
All right.
through our butts and nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
But if they have that motivation, they can do it. And we need to help them find that motivation.
Right, motivation. That's the first thing that they need to have, right? And effort, of
Absolutely.
course, to push yourself to really do it. If you
Mhm.
really find that thing challenging, let's say speaking, so you have to push yourself, exert effort, doing those, and put English in your mouth as much as you can, right?
That's it. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure you speak English a lot, right? You don't just teach English, you use it in your day to day life as
Right.
well, right? But when you started, it must have felt a little foreign to you, like, this is not how
Yeah.
I'm supposed to sound. And at least you can relate that to your students. But I've tried it with other languages, like if I say something in French, um, I don't know, I can't even think on the spot. But
Bonjour.
if I say something, it feels foreign to me, right?
Yeah.
Like it feels like I'm in someone else's body. Is my accent right? I'm so self-conscious all of a sudden. Um, so I assume that it's the same with other people. It's a common experience. So you
Yeah.
have to take that into consideration too.
All right. And to think that you're learning a language, especially if it's new to you have to expect that it's not easy and it will not you will not be improved overnight. You really have to exert effort, practice. That is the key. And you have to even find some partners to talk with in English,
Yeah,
right? And yes, teachers are there to help you, to assist you develop your language skills. But again, it's still within you on how to apply everything to
absolutely.
help you improve yourself more. All right. Well, those are really practical advice, Ashley, and they are doable, and it just depends on the person who will do it. All right, or
Yes.
the student. Yes. All right. So, well, yeah, I could say that these are practical, doable advice from Ashley on how you can overcome those challenges, especially your confidence in speaking English, or if there are some sort of hurdles that you have to overcome, then you have to really um, see what those hurdles are and to find out how you can really solve them. And it comes down really within you or inside of you to put effort. Right. So, any final thoughts to our viewers who's watching right now?
Not really. But I love this interview. I love your videos. So just want to put that out there, guys. If you've not subscribed, subscribe to her channel. It's amazing. It's good, and it's very practical English. So you'll
Thank
definitely
you
learn
so
something
much.
from Janet.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to Ashley's YouTube channel, Level Up English. You're gonna learn a lot of areas of English, especially how to in professional setting, business English or whatnot, formal and informal English. Go to her channel. I highly recommend that to you. She's also on Instagram. That's at teacher Ashley Hale. And yeah, please follow her on Instagram. She's also creating contents there. Her Facebook is Ashley Hale Official. And go to her website, check it out, luenglish.com. It's luenglish.com. And sign up to her very, very affordable English online classes, right? I saw your website. It's so fun to see.
I'm
Yes.
actually redoing it right now. So I've got a developer with me and we're just changing it up a bit because I'm adding more English content to the website. I know that people can't watch an entire video all the
Yeah.
time. So what we're doing is we're turning them into blogs as well. So you can read on the go, and so on. So yeah, that's also going to be available soon. And it's free. It's free, of course. Yeah.
Yes. Everyone loves things that are free. Right. Yeah. Well, it's a really fun conversation with you, Ashley. Thank you so much for um, dropping by English Share Talks. And I hope this is not the end of the road and we could still see and keep in touch with each other. So don't forget to leave a like, share this video with your friends, watch this video, practice your English skills, and yes, don't forget to subscribe to our English channel, English Shara, and we'll see each other on our next English Shara Talks. Bye bye!
Bye.